Now on Good Morning Northwest, a couple wanted for armed robbery in downtown Spokane. What happened and who police are looking for?
It is a beautiful wrap-up of this week, and today it's going to be great. Tomorrow could be rocking. What's coming our way? Coming up.
And we're learning new details about the Spokane teenager found murdered in Yakima County. The man police are talking to about her disappearance and death. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Good morning, and thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Friday, May 26th. Let's check out your first alert forecast. Here's Mark Peterson.
All right, good morning. We're not cloud-free. Got a little few out there, but it's still a beautiful morning. 53 into Coeur d'Alene. You can see some of the clouds there. We have some clouds into the west. We're sitting at 56 degrees, mostly sunny skies. 4 things to remember as we get going on this. It is going to be a really nice day today, mostly sunny. Clouds do move in later on today. Thunderstorm potential increases for Saturday, and it looks to be really the day of activity there. And next week, it's going to be low 80s. We'll talk about it. Forecast radar for today. Yeah, mostly sunny, then some cloud cover, some scattered showers. It's going to be Saturday morning. We're going to have a pretty good chance of rain. That's going to continue through the day with hit and miss showers, and none of it wholly organized, but just be prepared. Currently, 51 into the valley, 53 downtown, 53 at Deer Park. We have temperatures into the upper 50s in Liberty Lake, Coeur d'Alene, 52 over the next 12 hours. We're going to see, again, variable clouds for this afternoon. High today of 77, cooling and mild overnight.
At the Breaking Now desk, this morning, police are still searching for 2 people accused of robbing a woman in downtown Spokane yesterday morning. Take a look at your screen there. Police are looking for 28-year-old John Gardner and 28-year-old Mary Spencer. If you see them, you are asked to call 911. Police say they're considered armed and dangerous. This all started when a woman called SPD at 9:15 in the morning to say that the pair was armed and stole her purse. That led to a 6-hour standoff at the Beatrice and Ed Schweitzer Haven apartments. Multiple buildings, including schools and a church at the intersection of 1st and Division, were locked down. After getting a search warrant, police say they were able to enter the apartment, but no one was inside. 4 News Now spoke to a neighbor who lives a few blocks away from that apartment.
Didn't really startle me. We know all our neighbors around here, so if something bad does happen and there's like an active shooter or someone threatening, we can go into any of the businesses nearby. So everyone in this area is kind of aware of the issues and the problems here.
Again, if you have any tips, SPD would like you to call. For more information about the suspects and this story, head to KXLY.com. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Someone called Spokane police to report 2 people smashing a door at Green Acres Middle School yesterday afternoon. When deputies arrived, they found graffiti on the building and 3 broken windows. Deputies caught a 16-year-old as he ran. The other was located on the porch of a nearby house, hiding under a blanket. The school's principal estimates the cost of repairs will be about $2,000. The 2 16-year-olds have been booked and charged with burglary and malicious mischief. We have new information on the murder investigation of a 17-year-old from Spokane, Samantha Kalinchuk, who was found dead from a gunshot wound in Yakima County.
A convicted level 3 sex offender is a person of interest in the case. He's now booked in the Yakima County Jail on separate charges. The man in question here is Juan Carlos Sandoval. He has been convicted on more than a dozen prior felonies, including rape of a child. We learned that Samantha was staying at Crosswalk, which is a Spokane youth shelter. A woman who knew her tells 4 News Now Samantha met Sandoval back in August, telling her his name was Charlie. The woman was told the 2 left for Yakima County late last year. Police have been trying to piece together a timeline from December up until April 30th when she was found dead. When Sandoval was booked, police questioned him about Samantha. A few questions in, he then requested a lawyer, as is his right.
Again, he is a person of interest, not considered a suspect at this time. We will continue to track this case and keep you updated as we learn more. New on Good Morning Northwest. Congress has left Washington, D.C. for the Memorial Day weekend with time running out to raise the nation's debt ceiling.
And this morning, there are some indications, though, that a deal may be in the works. ABC's Lindsay Watts has the latest from D.C.
President Biden is attempting to reassure Americans the slow-moving debt ceiling talks are headed in the right direction.
They've all agreed there will be no default. And it's time for Congress to act now. The only way to move forward is with a bipartisan agreement.
But top Republican negotiators say they're not there yet.
We have still fundamental disagreements we have to resolve.
This morning, multiple reports say that a deal is taking shape, one that would raise the debt limit for 2 years with some caps on federal spending unrelated to the military or veterans. The potential deal would also spare most domestic programs from significant cuts. Negotiators now have less than a week to cement a final deal and get a bill through Congress.
We're being held hostage, yeah.
Anxiety remains among those who would be most impacted by the projected June 1st default.
Obligations are obligations. I'm responsible for mine. The government should be responsible for theirs.
People with disabilities, seniors, and veterans would be the first to suffer if federal assistance payments are halted.
If that gets taken away, it is going to be catastrophic.
Without Social Security and SNAP, not only would we be homeless, my goodness, we wouldn't have money to buy food with.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has promised members 3 days to read a final debt ceiling bill, so that time needs to be factored into any agreement reached. Lawmakers seem destined to take this down to the wire. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
Well, grab your bike and helmet because the route of the Hiawatha Bike Trail opens today. It's described as the crown jewel of the rail-to-trail conversion in the entire country. The route of the Hiawatha is a 15-mile all-downhill trail that begins in Taft, Montana, just a few miles past Lookout Pass, and then ends in Pearson, Idaho. The views are spectacular.
Yes.
For price and reservation information, look for this story on KXLY.com. Again, Mark said it last hour. One of the coolest things you can do in this area, no question. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:06.
Not that cool today. Nice.
No,
really
it's going to be nice. We're starting off, we have temperatures into the 50s, waking up, heading out. We're going to be in the 70s today, tomorrow, but then we're going to see the 80s. So we enjoy the 70s. We enjoy the music, certainly. We're going to have sunshine. It's there right now. Your full forecast is coming up.
And we've been live at the U.S. Pavilion this morning talking about the return of outdoor concert season. We'll have what you need to know before you go to a show here.
And the unofficial start to summer is this weekend, and it's a busy time on the roads. We'll take a look at what gas prices are doing this Memorial Day weekend right after the break.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by A to Z Rentals.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
It's the biggest used vehicle sale to hit the Spokane area in years. This week at the Spokane Valley Mall. As multiple dealers and over 400 top quality used trucks, sports cars, and low mileage SUVs are marked down and priced to sell fast. With top dollar offered for all trade-ins and over $2 million brought in to loan out. Plus, you can even roll some dice for a chance to win $5,000. It's the biggest used vehicle sale in town this week at the Spokane Valley Mall.
Online and on the app. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Life, it doesn't stand still, and neither do you. And wherever you go, we're with you. We're Global Credit Union, formerly Alaska USA. For 75 years, enriching the lives of members and guiding them on their financial journeys, giving them the confidence to not just follow their dreams, but to chase them. The future? We're on it. Let's get there together. Global Credit Union. On we go.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, we know everyone has their favorite spot. It's the Memorial Day sale. For a limited time, save 30% store-wide and get 36 months special financing. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. If you're hitting the road this Memorial Day weekend, you'll pay a little bit less to get to your destination, at least less than this time last year.
Analysts say low demand for fuel is driving down gas prices. The average price for a gallon of unleaded about $3.57 a gallon. That's down 22% from a year ago. In Spokane County, prices have actually been creeping up over the past month. I'm sure you've noticed. They're about $4.50 a gallon, but that is still 40 cents lower than a year ago. Kootenai County prices are also higher this month than last at $3.78 a gallon, but that is nearly $1 less than last Memorial Day weekend.
Some breaking news this morning. Young children are among the 23 people wounded in an attack on a medical facility in Dnipro, Ukraine. 2 people were killed, 4 are still missing. Scenes emerge of fires ripping through one of the buildings of that medical facility, reportedly covering at least 3,000 square feet. The video, posted by a regional military official, also showed smoke billowing out of windows and a totally collapsed roof. Specific details are still emerging.
South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster has signed a bill into law that will limit most abortions as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy. A growing list of Republican-led states, including almost all of the U.S. South, have introduced sweeping abortion restrictions in the wake of last year's Supreme Court ruling overturning Roe v. Wade.
All right, good Friday morning. Your 10-second takeaway. Hey, sunny, warmer, beautiful. This is a great way to wrap up the week. Get prepared for the weekend ahead. Summer layers, your shades are needed. Drink plenty of water. 77 the high today.
KXLY 4 News Now and STCU are continuing to celebrate the graduates of the class of 2023, and we want to honor the senior grad in your life. This is Cameron Baker, graduating from Deer Park High School. The message says, Cameron is quirky and intelligent. He helped take the Deer Park High School Knowledge Bowl team to state 2 years in a row. I'm very proud of him. Hey, we all are. Congrats.
Of course. And this is Morgan Williams of Lewiston High School. This message says Morgan has forged ahead to become a leader with confidence and compassion, working with her community as the senior class president. This fall, Morgan will be attending Boise State, pursuing a degree in biology. Her family could not be more proud of our Mo. Go to KXLY.com/graduates to submit your grad's photo for a chance to be featured here. 10 lucky seniors will also win a $50 gift card courtesy of STCU. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:12.
Hey, we can play ball. Rathdrum can now play baseball, kickball, volleyball, all kinds of balls and all kinds of other things at their newly made over fields at Stub Myers Park, thanks to Mark and the 4 News Now Extreme Team's Diamonds and Dreams project. He's going to show us around just ahead.
And it's concert season at the U.S. Pavilion in Riverfront Park. Destiny Richards is live with what you need to know before you go when Good Morning Northwest continues.
ABC's World News Tonight.
And 4 News Now.
When the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Claim your keys or cash this Saturday. Tuila Casino is now Missisquoi Casino Hotel. This Saturday, you could win this 2023 Chevrolet Trailblazer or $25,000 cash. All this week, play your favorite games with your Sun Club card to earn entries to win. The more you play, the more chances you have to win. Prize drawings begin this Saturday starting at 5 p.m. with cash winners drawn every 30 minutes with a grand prize drawing at 9 p.m.
Want to get away? This month, when you purchase a new vehicle from Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, you'll receive free airfare to wherever you'd like to go.
It's the Great May Getaway at Dishman. Plus, we are loaded with some of the best used inventory we've had in years.
When you purchase a new vehicle from Dishman in May, you'll receive free airfare to a destination of your choice.
It's the perfect time to get into a new Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, or Jeep during the Great May Getaway at Dishman.
It's time to beef up your ride and get dialed in for summer during the amazing spring savings event this week at Snows Auto. Get your window tints now before the summer rush hits from the pros at Snows Auto.
ABC's World News Tonight at 4 News Now.
The team you trust here at home.
Across the nation and the world.
When you need information fast.
The crash closed I-90.
When the local story is national news. Those 4 college students murdered in Idaho.
When national stories hit home.
We asked Spokane Police if it has a similar task force.
Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6 with Kirsten O'Connor and Aaron Luna. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Jurassic World Live Tour. The feeling is real. Experience it live. Jurassic World Live Tour. Coming to Spokane Arena June 2nd through 4th. Tickets on sale now. Visit JurassicWorldLiveTour.com for details.
4 News Now anchor team, not just in the newsroom, but in the community. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now. Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Well, it was the big reveal last night for our annual Diamonds and Dreams project. All week, Mark Peterson and the Extreme team had been hard at work upgrading 3 baseball fields in Rathdrum.
And one of those being Chuck Holt Memorial Field. All of those fields can be found inside Stub Myers Park between highways 41 and 53. Let's take a look.
All right, the first game on the Chuck Holt Memorial Field with our Diamonds and Dreams program. Huge success. A huge success on opening up the Stub Myers Park. A huge success on everyone coming out and all the volunteers that helped. All right, so we've got new backstops. We've got the fields that have been completely reconditioned, recovered, new bases, new home plates, and a concession stand that went from T111 and needing a lot of work to now covered in beautiful metal from Merrimack. We have so many people that helped us. Can't even name them all, but we've got some great stuff. We've got the volleyball courts that are in. We've got the horseshoe pits that have covered, but the original one remains. All of that done in 4 days because of Horizon Credit Union and your hometown Chevy dealers and all the other volunteers that helped. All right, the bottom line is it was a huge success. It only happens because we have help from the local community. So Rathdrum, here's your new, it's not a new park, reconditioned park. I hope you get out, enjoy it, get in the outdoors, and there could be movies coming to the park as well. In Rathdrum, I'm Mark Peterson, 4 News Now with the Extreme team.
So impressive.
Bravo, sir.
I love that park, the trees. It's had a great feel to it.
So much going on. There's the volleyball, the sand volleyball. They've got putting in the new basketball court. The
place for picnics, family, for young children to play in the playground. It's got everything.
And movies, are talking about like when they do the
portable
inflatable
movies,
projector thing? Yeah.
Which hasn't been done in years. So a couple of things going on. We were able to do this. One of it is because of that special tractor, the ASB. You saw it at work.
So cool.
From FMI. It's still there. We're still using it. And it's special for grass, and it worked out great. Also, the fire department came and helped, and they have gifts for you.
That was so fun
our
to
friends
meet
from Northern Lights.
Northern Lakes.
Sorry.
Loved
Remembering everyone deployed.
Oh, cool. Perfect.
And we're wearing red because we do it every Friday. It's Friday, so this is, I got to read the notes here. Oh, this is yours,
Thank you.
young lady.
It was a pleasure to meet the Northern Lakes guys.
And
they were great.
And this is yours.
Sweet.
Great, take dogs out on a walk.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right.
Love it.
And they loved meeting everybody, and of course they hung out. The kids loved the fire engine and everything last night. It was such a community feeling. It gives me chills. All right, this is what it looked like before we got there. All right, and because I talked to you about that ASB and the special tractor, we were able to go from this to this. And that, of course, we want to thank the Little League teams that showed up, played their hearts out, had a great time, and loved the fields. All right, let's get to what the mayor threw out the first pitch. Everyone loved it. Oh, Alana, by the way, the new owner of Ben & Jerry's, on a last minute, 2 hours before I needed them, I called and said, can I have ice cream for 200? They said yes and showed up and dropped it off. How awesome is that? And everyone loved the ice cream, and it's Ben & Jerry's. What's not to love? All right, 77 for the high today. Great day for ice cream. Ooh, a malted. Oh, I think so. 54 for the overnight low. It's going to be nice. This is back deck weather. This is barbecue weather. We're going to see the temperatures today into the mid-50s, 53 into Coeur d'Alene to start the day. To finish the day, yeah, we're going to have, again, a beautiful area where we're going to see a lot of sun, but we're going to have some clouds on the move. 77 for today. Saturday, shower and thunder, shower potential 78, transition day. Sunday, 79, Monday, Memorial Day, 81, and there's going to be a lot of events outdoors in remembrance of Memorial Day, and the weather should cooperate for all of those participating.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. Well, concerts at the Pavilion are back on this summer with the first show of the season happening tomorrow evening.
Yeah, and if you are going to a show or maybe you're just passing through, be mindful of heavy traffic on nights when a concert is on the calendar. Destiny Richards is live at the Pavilion with what to expect as it becomes an outdoor concert venue.
Well, you can expect exciting live music here at the Spokane Pavilion on the nights when a concert is here. We're talking now this morning with Amy Lindsay, who's the programming manager for Riverfront Park. 9 shows booked for May, July, August, and September. What can people expect kind of on those days when this area transforms?
Well, yeah, we're excited to host a variety of shows, something for everybody, we hope. And typically the venue opens, the doors open about an hour or 2 hours prior to the show time. So the SpokanePavilion.com is the best resource for show times. They don't all start at the same time. And then the box office opens about an hour and a half prior to doors. So if you want to buy tickets for a concert or any concert this summer, you can go to the box office any day and buy tickets for any show.
Yeah, and that main entrance is on the side of the ticket office on Howard, so that's the main area for people to get in.
Yeah, there is one gate for people to get in. There's several exit gates, but just one main gate, and it is along the Central Promenade, which is just north of the Orange Bridge. Or if you're coming from the north, you're going to go over the Blue Bridge and it'll be right there on the left, right in front of the pavilion. Yeah.
Great. And you can go to KXLY.com where we have those details as well. Coming up later in the hour, we are going to talk about what you can and cannot bring into the venue. Live at the Pavilion, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
Some great weather for concerts.
Oh, yeah.
So fun. Great. It's now 6:22. The college basketball world lost a legend in Jerry Krause, how he became such an influential figure at 2 local schools.
Thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Friday morning. TGIF. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Ironstone is having a Memorial Day sale. Save 30% on sofas, sectionals, and dining room furniture. Shop now through May 31st. Customize your style by visiting our showroom at 262 West Hanley Avenue. Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Don't miss the Northwest Spa Sale in Spokane. Save up to 50% off hundreds of hot tubs and swim spas. Easy, low-rate financing. The Northwest Spa Sale at Spokane's Northtown Mall ends Memorial Day. NWSpaSale.com. NWSpaSale.com.
Take control of your credit card debt with a P1 FCU personal loan. We're offering no payments for 90 days and a fixed rate of 9.99% APR for a limited time. Consolidating debt can help you save money and simplify your life with the ease of a single payment. Plus, if you open or have an Ascend checking account, you'll be eligible for an extra $200. Visit p1fcu.org/takecontrol and apply today. P1 FCU, your community, your credit union.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
Ironstone is having a Memorial Day sale. Save 30% on sofas, sectionals, and dining room furniture. Shop now through May 31st. Customize your style by visiting our showroom at 262 West Hanley Avenue. Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer, summer. Like getting ice cream. Movie nights.
I'll keep it down.
Hiking with the besties. Catching sunsets. Or just plain catch.
Go long.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minenso. The Inland Northwest lost one of its most influential sports figures. Basketball Hall of Famer Jerry Krause died Wednesday night. He was 87 years old. Krause worked at Gonzaga for 20 seasons, most notably as the director of basketball operations. Prior to his time at Gonzaga, Krause served as the head coach at Eastern Washington for 17 years, winning 292 games during the team's transition to a Division I program. Krause was inducted into the Naismith Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame last year and the Inland Northwest Sports Hall of Fame in 2013. The Seattle Seahawks wrapped up the first week of OTA practices. One rookie the team is excited about is wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba. Smith-Njigba was a first-round pick by Seattle this year and was considered to be one of the best receivers in the draft. Smith-Njigba holds the single-season receiving yards record at Ohio State, and he is already showing superstar qualities with the Seahawks.
He's done a good job just kind of blending in with the team, you know, getting used to the guys, getting used to the building, the environment here, and he's done a great job with the work that he's been able to do so far. You see a lot of his natural talent really showcased, especially in some of the individual drills, some of the individual work. So excited to keep working with him and watch him progress throughout this OTA and into training camp.
And the Seahawks will practice again on Tuesday. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Oh, I think there's a lot of Seahawks fans that are excited about him. Fun new receiver to add to the mix. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:26.
As we go to a commercial break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Rip Current, close call.
Because it just happened so fast.
All of a sudden, for Brandon and Jessica Smith, their 3 small children and other family members, almost their entire family, swept out to sea. It was a rip current. And this morning, they're speaking out to GMA.
The 4 kids and my mom was out there. And then all of a sudden they started to get a little too far. I looked at Brandon and I was like, they're out too far. They're getting too far. We need to start calling them in. The next thing I know, Brandon is handing me his hat and his sunglasses and going into the water to get them.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll tell you how the successful rescue unfolded. And then we're going into the water.
You start to exhaust yourself. And that's when it's harder to stay above water.
To show you the life-saving tips to survive a rip current. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Gutman, ABC News.
Ready to feel what it's like when you can do more with less asthma? It's possible with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Are you in? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
New name means new fun. Tooele Casino is now Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
They say there's nothing quite like the open road. I say there's nothing quite like the open road when you're driving a new Toyota from Findlay. And right now is the perfect time to trade up to a new RAV4, Toyota Camry, Corolla, or maybe a Tacoma or Tundra truck. Plus, Findlay Downtown Toyota has the financing you need to get you behind the wheel today, so you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
There are a lot of ways to deal with a stubborn drain. Call us at Mainstream Plumbing. Our high-definition LED camera can go where no plumber's gone before, deep inside your sewer lines to find the root of the problem. Call 866-411-ZAP.
Get the biggest savings of the year on all of your top name brand stereo gear and give your vehicle better sound for summer during the amazing spring savings event at Snow's Auto.
No one beats our prices or service. I guarantee it.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Friday, May 26th. Mark Peterson here with a look at that first alert forecast. All right, your Memorial Day weekend's looking pretty good, but tomorrow's a little iffy.
We'll call it a transition day. We'll call it a day in which we can collect our thoughts. We'll talk about why Saturday's that way in a moment. 56 degrees right now. The sun is out. It's a gorgeous morning. So get up, grab a cup of coffee, and join us. We're going to have the latest news and all the stuff you need to get going. Here's the 4 things to start your day weather-wise. The sunshine will be out today. Grab the shades. Clouds moving in later on. Thunderstorms Saturday and rain showers Saturday, as we've got literally a system coming right over the top of us. Low 80s by next week and should be much better weather. Forecast radar for today, it's going to be clouds come in the afternoon. Isolated showers still possible today at times, but really Saturday morning we see that rainmaker start to kick in. It's going to be scattered about 1 in the afternoon, looking to have a pretty good run, a break, and then some more. Sunday then dries out as that system moves out. It's going to be beautiful. So we look at our current conditions. In Meade, it's 44 degrees, 47 in Cheney, the cool spots, but low to mid 50s all over the place, except Liberty Lake. Hot place, 59 degrees. Your forecast for the next 12 hours. Again, some clouds this afternoon, mostly sunny for most of the day. By 6 o'clock, you're going to be home barbecuing 75 degrees and then cooling to 66 as you head off to bed.
And this morning from the Breaking Now desk, the holiday travel rush is in full swing as millions of Americans take to the roads and skies ahead of Memorial Day. And this holiday weekend could set the tone for how the rest of the summer goes at the airport. According to AAA, today is expected to be the busiest day for drivers, with more than 37 million people driving to their destination this weekend. That's a 6% increase from last year. And airports will be just as busy.
Modes of transportation are close to 2019 or pre-pandemic numbers. The one that is actually bigger than pre-pandemic is air travel.
Here at home, a live look at FlightAware this morning shows that there have been 21 delays at SeaTac and 1 cancellation. At Spokane International, 1 flight has been canceled so far and 1 has been delayed. Of course, this is subject to change throughout the course of the morning. And airlines are promising to avoid a repeat of the holiday travel chaos last year when they canceled or delayed flights by the thousands. A potential shortage of air traffic controllers could cause delays at some airports, but officials say they're ready for the crowds, and TSA's new rules for pre-check are expected to alleviate some of the delays on the ground. And another tip to save time in the airport: pack properly. A secondary bag search in security could cause delays for you and other passengers. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
This week, the House of Representatives passed a bill that aims to put a stop to the fentanyl epidemic.
The HALT Fentanyl Act will designate fentanyl-related substances as a Schedule I drug. This allows law enforcement, including Border Patrol, to have the authority to seize the altered drugs. Earlier this year, Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers heard the testimony of Molly Kane, a parent advocate from Spokane. Molly's 23-year-old son, Carson, died of fentanyl poisoning after buying a fentanyl-laced pill over Snapchat. He thought it was Xanax. McMorris Rodgers shared Molly's story as she spoke in support of the bill.
I think about my friend, Molly Kane from Spokane. She lost her son, Carson. Molly asked me, how many more letters from grieving parents is it going to take for action? The fact is, it shouldn't take another letter, another day. It shouldn't take another lost loved one. The HALT Fentanyl Act will save lives.
Since even small doses are extremely potent, it is easier to smuggle small batches across the border. Last March, Spokane County was federally designated as one of 11 crisis spots for fentanyl addiction. Fentanyl poisonings are now the #1 cause of death for adults 18 to 49. The Halt Fentanyl Act now heads to the Senate.
The FDA has granted full approval for Paxlovid, the antiviral that treats mild to moderate COVID in adults at risk for severe infections. The drug was already on the market under an emergency use authorization. It is the 4th drug and first pill to be approved to treat COVID-19. A highly critical internal report is out about some of the nation's most elite warfighters, the Navy SEALs.
It was ordered last fall, months after the death of a SEAL candidate, and it's brought about an overhaul of the SEAL selection program. ABC's Andrea Fujii reports.
This morning, a new report reveals an unsafe and dangerous environment for Navy SEAL recruits, stemming from the death of a trainee after the so-called Hell Week. The nearly 200-page investigation details the grueling course that 24-year-old Kyle Mullen successfully finished before he died last year.
And I said, "Kyle, are you okay? Are you hurt? Are you in a hospital?" And he just responded, "Don't worry, Mom. I'm good. I love you." And he hung up.
In the report, instructors were described as enforcers, hunting the back of the pack to weed out weaker candidates and push the demands of the course to the far end of the acceptable spectrum. The report also found medical staff were poorly organized, poorly integrated, and poorly led, and put candidates at significant risk. After days of being ill, yet still training, Mullen was found to have died of pneumonia. And with no misconduct found on Kyle's part, he was deemed to have died in the line of duty.
This investigation shows that Seaman Mullen was not at fault. They found no performance-enhancing drugs in his system. He did nothing wrong.
But the Navy's report found that some recruits were pushed to use performance-enhancing drugs to cope with the program's requirements. Despite a dropping graduation rate, the program's commander refused to adjust it, telling leaders 0 is an okay number, hold the standard. Naval Special Warfare Command has already implemented improvements to its training programs, including greater instructor oversight and training, updated medical policies, and expanded authority to test for performance-enhancing drugs. 2 top Navy officers who headed the program were pulled from their jobs 2 weeks ago, and a number of personnel have been referred to Navy legal authorities for potential punishment. The results of this investigation will now be turned over to the Navy's legal command. Punishment for those Navy personnel could range from non-judicial punishment to court action. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Our time is now 6:37.
All right, we're going to send things back over to Mark Peterson for what our Friday evening looks like.
It's going to be, I think, wonderful for that back deck and hanging out, maybe getting some of that yard work done, walking the dogs. It really is a beautiful start to the day. Temperatures into the mid-50s. We're going to have a full check of your Memorial Day weekend forecast coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Horizon Credit Union is dedicated to giving back because your path is our purpose. Banking at Horizon does good in the community. Discover the difference. Visit us today at hzcu.org/discover.
Ironstone is having a Memorial Day sale. Save 30% on sofas, sectionals, and dining room furniture. Shop now through May 31st. Customize your style by visiting our showroom at 262 West Hanley Avenue. Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
You filming?
Yep.
Try rolling your wrist, dude.
You gotta focus on balance.
You should switch to sledding. I'm gonna block him. Good idea.
Don't forget stick work. Hustle's paying off.
Are you tired of getting out of your car to open your gate? Would you like to control the access to your commercial property or business? Then call the experts at Northwest Fence to get a free estimate for your new automated gate. Nobody builds them better.
Invest in community. Make new friends. When you live local, you support the people who make Spokane great. Shop now at livelocalinw.com.
Ironstone is having a Memorial Day sale. Save 30% on sofas, sectionals, and dining room furniture. Shop now through May 31st. Customize your style by visiting our showroom at 262 West Hanley Avenue. Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Want to get away? This month, when you purchase a new vehicle from Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, you'll receive free airfare to wherever you'd like to go.
It's the Great May Getaway at Dishman. Plus, we are loaded with some of the best used inventory we've had in years.
When you purchase a new vehicle from Dishman in May, you'll receive free airfare to a destination of your choice.
It's the perfect time to get into a new Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, or Jeep during the Great May Getaway at Dishman.
Horizon Credit Union is dedicated to giving back because your path is our purpose. Banking at Horizon does good in the community. Discover the difference. Visit us today at hzcu.org/discover.
It's now 6:40. This is what a home in Spokane Valley looked like before it was cleaned. The entire property filled with junk, broken sheds. Neighbors felt helpless. But here is the property after it's been cleaned up. It took almost 2 decades of problems to get to this point. Spokane Valley is now speeding up the timeline for nuisance properties like this one to get cleaned up and sold. We spoke to Mayor Pam Haley, who told us it's been her personal mission to crack down on nuisance properties like that. Often the homes are abandoned and it's the neighbors who suffer. Now there's another Spokane Valley home on Heroy Avenue in a similar situation, and people living nearby hope it gets a similar treatment.
A little unnerving having young kids, and especially our whole neighborhood has a lot of young families. I think most of it we don't know what's happening.
According to the city, people are living there illegally. The owner of the home is in jail. It's why there is an active court case to get the property cleaned up. Mayor Haley says even getting to that point takes time, but a recent change to city codes is helping.
It gives us a little bit more teeth in the ordinance. It's not something to get people out of their homes. I take that very seriously. I would never want to push someone out of their home, but we need to protect the neighbors too.
This new ordinance won't impact the house on Heroy, but neighbors say they are relieved action will be taken faster in the future.
Your Friday morning 10-second takeaway. Sunny, warmer, some afternoon clouds coming through. Summer layers is all you need. Grab the shades. Yeah, we will see the sun. 77 will be the high today. Normal high is 70.
An almost 20-year-old court battle in Priest Lake has come to an end. The Supreme Court ruling against the EPA and cutting its ability to regulate wetlands under the Clean Water Act. The decision is a major victory for Chantel and Michael Sackett, who got caught up in a regulatory dispute back when they broke ground on their property of nearly 36 acres of wetland. The EPA believed if the Sacketts developed that land, pollutants would enter the water beneath their property. The decision continues a trend in which the conservative-leaning court has narrowed the reach of environmental regulations. And you know the Sacketts never expected this to go all the way to the Supreme Court and carry on as long as it did. I'm sure they're so relieved now.
Yep, it is now 6:42.
All right, Destiny Richards is live at the Pavilion this morning.
Yeah, we're up high at the Pavilion now. Perfect view of concerts happening all summer long. Coming up, we're talking about what you can and can't bring to this outdoor venue.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Bill's Heating and Air, your locally owned, factory direct and voted #1 HVAC contractor, wants to become your go-to heating and air conditioning company. We offer free estimates and next-day installs. And now, we will beat any and all written estimates from any other licensed contractor. Yeah, you heard right. We will beat any other written estimate. Oh, and did I mention we have a 10-year parts and labor guarantee? Call now for your free estimate.
ABC's World News Tonight and 4 News Now. The team you trust here at home, across the nation and the world.
When you need information fast.
The crash closed I-90. When the local story is national news. Those 4 college students murdered in Idaho.
When national stories hit home.
We asked Spokane Police if it has a similar task force.
Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6 with Kirsten O'Connor and Aaron Luna. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me from so
96.9.
This Memorial Day weekend, the 1 cent tent event is on at Foothills Mazda. 1 cent down delivers any new or used vehicle, and 1 cent fills the tank with gas. Only at Foothills Mazda. Bad credit? Don't sweat it. All applications accepted. Check out the specials under the tent. Many vehicles under 20 grand. The 1 cent tent event. Today through Monday, only at Foothills Mazda. Just east of Division on North Foothills Drive.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
4 News Now is brought to you by Floor Trader Outlet.
It is now 6:45. Concerts at the U.S. Pavilion in Riverfront Park start up this weekend.
Every year since 2019, the live entertainment company AEG Presents has booked live bands and performers to play concerts there. Destiny Richards is live at the Pavilion with what you can and can't bring if you're planning to go to a show.
That's right. If you're planning to go to a show here at the Pavilion, it's not like every other concert venue out there. There's specific rules to follow. So we're talking with Amy Lindsay. We talked about a little bit how there's a list of, things you can bring, you can't bring, but there's things you should bring, like layers when you're coming to an outdoor show.
Oh, yeah, we're an outdoor venue, so the shows are rain or shine. So I'd like to recommend a poncho, something with a hood in case it does sprinkle a little bit or rain, and something that you can take off. So layers. It'll be sunny when you get here, and then the sun goes down and it gets a little chilly.
Yeah, and then for the list of things that you can't bring, it's pretty extensive. They have refillable water stations, so you can't just bring any type of liquid beverage in here.
Yeah, anything that's sealed and full, we're not going to let you bring in. It has to be an empty, reusable water container, and we do have water bottle refilling stations here. You can bring food in, some snacks. We also have snacks available. We don't want you to bring in large hard-sided coolers, but you can bring in soft-sided coolers. Okay. You can also bring low-profile chairs, anything that's lower than 12 inches to the ground. Beach chairs, stadium chairs, what they're typically called. Nice. And blankets.
Yes, because we want everyone to be able to see the nice shows that come into town. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, for all the details of what you need to know to prepare for a show, because definitely long lists we just showed you there of what you can and can't bring. We also talked a little bit earlier about how traffic actually isn't the worst, so that's a good thing because people park throughout. Just make sure to watch for pedestrians if you are passing through. I'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, because you can park downtown or you can park on the north side of the river.
Yep.
Everybody's walking in.
Ah, look at this. Blue skies overlooking the downtown area. It's a gorgeous morning.
No doubt. Really is. If you're going to a concert, just bring your patience and bring your good mojo. Just have some fun. We're going to have that ability this weekend to get out and have some fun and do some things. Cautionary tale, everyone going by rivers and lakes enjoying it. Take it easy. That water is still very, very cold. It'll take another 2 months before we really see it warm up to the point where you don't go, ha! I do that a lot when I get around that water. 77 degrees for today. It's going to be sunny. 54 for the overnight low. We're going to see some cloud cover coming in this afternoon, and then that's going to push out, clearing out overnight. Right now, 56, 57 in the Grand Coulee. Wenatchee at 55 degrees. Again, had some rumblings coming through the Moses Lake area earlier this morning. It's moved out. Tri-Cities, you're sitting at 56. So we look at the forecast radar to get you set up for what you're going to need to know for the weekend. Today, few scattered afternoon showers about 4 o'clock, and it could come into the Spokane area. We're going to see now, look what happened Saturday morning. We get a lot more concentration of that ability to see that rain, and then it comes across. That's where we see those evening thunderstorm activity. That moves out. Sunday improves. Monday's beautiful. 77 the high today. 75 in St. Mary's. Moses Lake, you're going to be at 81 degrees. Sunny, warm, beautiful. We're going to see over the next 7 days, really, temperatures in the upper 70s through Sunday. Low 80s all of next week. Should be dry from Sunday all the way to next week. And if you're going to be out and about this weekend, it is Navy Week in New York. I thought I'd bring in our camping forecast. Farragut State Park, Navy training back in the World War II area. 4,000 acres. RVs welcome. Again, scattered shower thunderstorm activity there Sunday. Gorgeous into the mid-70s. It's a beautiful state park.
Oh, it is.
So there is something that you can do and a place that you can go. And again, it's got a lot of history.
Oh, yeah.
So cool. Gorgeous. It is now 6:49. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
All right, we thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Friday morning. Guess what else is coming up as Scriptas? We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival.
Fred's has Bosch dishwashers in stock and on sale. Bosch dishwashers are marked down at the Memorial Day sale.
Remodeling your kitchen? Fred's has full Bosch kitchen packages in stock.
Plus, get exclusive rebates from Fred's on Bosch kitchen packages.
Bosch makes the quietest dishwashers in America. Freestanding and counter-depth French door refrigerators and stunning industrial-style ranges. Get exclusive instant rebates on Bosch kitchen packages.
Fred's Memorial Day sale is on now. Don't miss it.
Cruise on over to Spokane Tribe Casino for your chance to play Cruising for Cash this May. Every Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday in May from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., all Sun Club members who earn 250 slot points can play the Cruising for Cash kiosk game for a guaranteed free slot play prize. Everyone is a guaranteed winner this May. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
Don't miss the Northwest Spa Sale in Spokane. Save up to 50% off hundreds of hot tubs and swim spas. Easy, low-rate financing. The Northwest Spa Sale at Spokane's Northtown Mall ends Memorial Day. NWSpaSale.com. NWSpaSale.com.
Attention do-it-yourselfers. Did you know Northwest Fence sells parts and pieces to the public? They'll even put together a materials list and installation instructions too. Come see the professionals at Northwest Fence today.
Want to get away? This month, when you purchase a new vehicle from Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, you'll receive free airfare to a destination of your choice, making it the perfect time to get a new vehicle this week at Dishman.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Just about 6:53. Let's get you ready to take on your Friday and the weekend here in the morning sprint.
It's concert season at the U.S. Pavilion in Riverfront Park. Destiny Richards is live with what you need to know before you go.
Mark has your Memorial Day weekend forecast just ahead.
But first, Spokane police are searching for 2 people they suspect were involved in an armed robbery. Let's get right to Sydney Charles with more details.
28-year-old John Gardner and 28-year-old Mary Spencer are accused of robbing a woman in downtown Spokane yesterday morning. Take a look at your screen. If you see them, you're asked to call 911. Police say they are considered armed and dangerous. This all started when a woman called SPD at 9:15 in the morning to say that the pair was armed and stole her purse. That led to a 6-hour standoff at the Beatrice and Ed Schweitzer Haven apartments. After getting a search warrant, police say they were able to enter the apartment, but no one was inside. Again, if you have any tips, SPD would like you to call.
Good morning, everyone. First Alert weather is looking very positive today. Getting out there into the mid-40s for Meade. We see 51 into Cheney. Downtown, it's 57 degrees. Highs today are going to be in the mid to upper 70s all over the region, into the West Plains, or beyond that into the Central Basin. You're going to have temperatures in the low 80s. It's going to feel like summer, bearing in mind it's still spring. Here is today's forecast. Yeah, we're going to see, again, some afternoon cloud cover coming in. For the most part, mostly sunny. High of 77.
Someone called Spokane police to report two people smashing a door at Green Acres Middle School yesterday afternoon. When deputies arrived, they found graffiti on the building and 3 broken windows. Deputies caught one 16-year-old as he ran. The other was located on the porch of a nearby house, hiding under a blanket. The two 16-year-olds have been booked and charged with burglary and malicious mischief.
We have new information on the murder investigation of a 17-year-old from Spokane, Samantha Kalinchuk, who was found dead from a gunshot wound in Yakima County. This man, a convicted level 3 sex offender, is a person of interest in the case. He is now booked in the Yakima County Jail on several separate charges. The man in question, Juan Carlos Sandoval, has been convicted of more than a dozen prior felonies, including rape of a child. We learned that Samantha was staying at Crosswalk, a Spokane youth shelter. A woman who knew her tells 4 News Now Samantha met Sandoval in August, telling her his name was Charlie. The woman was told the two left for Yakima County late last year. Police have been trying to piece together a timeline from December to April 30th when Kalinchuk was found dead.
Young children are among the 23 people wounded in an attack in a medical facility in Dnipro, Ukraine. 2 people were killed and 4 are still missing. Scenes emerged of fires ripping through one of the buildings of that medical facility, reportedly covering at least 3,000 square feet. More specific details are still emerging.
This week, the House of Representatives passed a bill that aims to stop fentanyl epidemic. The HALT Fentanyl Act will designate fentanyl-related substances as a Schedule I drug. That allows law enforcement, including Border Patrol, to have the authority to seize the altered drugs. Last March, Spokane County was federally designated as one of 11 crisis spots for fentanyl addiction. The HALT Fentanyl Act now heads to the Senate.
We've been live this morning talking all about live concert season here at the Pavilion. The first show is with Lord Huron tomorrow at 5:30, and there are 9 shows total planned for May, July, August, and September. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, for more information about where everything is going to be. Even if you're just passing through Riverfront Park, main entrances are on Howard and Washington, and because everyone parks throughout downtown, just watch for pedestrians as you're driving through.
An almost 20-year-old court battle in Priest Lake, has come to an end. The Supreme Court ruling against the EPA and cutting its ability to regulate wetlands under the Clean Water Act. The decision is a major victory for Chantel and Michael Sackett, who got caught up in a regulatory dispute back when they broke ground on their property near 36 acres of wetland. The EPA believes if the Sacketts developed that land, pollutants would enter the water beneath their property. The decision continues a trend in which the conservative-leaning court has narrowed the reach of environmental regulations.
If you are hitting the road this Memorial Day weekend, you'll pay a little less to get to your destination, at least less than this time last year. In Spokane County, prices have actually been creeping up over the last month to about $4.50 a gallon, but that is still 40 cents lower than a year ago.
Well, grab your helmet and bike because the Route of the Hiawatha Bike Trail opens today. It's described as the crown jewel of the rail-to-trail conversion in the entire country. The Route of the Hiawatha is a 15-mile all-downhill trail that begins in Taft, Montana, just a few miles past Lookout Pass, and then ends back in Pearson, Idaho. They even give you a bus to drive you back up. For price and reservation information, you can look for this story on our website, KXLY.com. All right, a final check of that Memorial Weekend forecast with Mark is next.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
It's the biggest used vehicle sale to hit the Spokane area in years. This week at the Spokane Valley Mall. As multiple dealers and over 400 top quality used trucks, sports cars, and low mileage SUVs are marked down and priced to sell fast. with top dollar offered for all trade-ins and over $2 million brought in to loan out. Plus, you can even roll some dice for a chance to win $5,000. It's the biggest used vehicle sale in town this week at the Spokane Valley Mall.
Psst, it's my favorite time of year. Lazy Boy's having a sale again.
Wow, I'm getting good at this. The Memorial Day sale, 30% off everything.
Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
Sun's been up for a couple of hours. We got a blue sky, a little bit of cloud cover out there. Just high thin clouds. Going to be a gorgeous day today. 77 degrees, a normal high 70, so above average still. 78 Saturday with a pretty good chance of shower and thunderstorm potential, certainly into the mountains of Idaho. Sunday, it's going to be 79. Monday, 81 for Memorial Day. Absolutely perfect weather. We're going to have temperatures in the low 80s remaining all of next week. Should be dry all of next week as well.
Wow, how about that?
We like it, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully you get to get out and enjoy it. Hopefully you don't have to work on Monday either. Everybody have a great, great weekend. We'll see you throughout Good Morning America.
It's beautiful.